Morning, I'm Steven Sprinkle. This is MorningBit. Let's get to it. Top 3 things I think are important today for Bitcoin. The first of which is a story that's coming out of China, in that the Chinese government has said that it's looking to stop continued growth in its holdings of US dollar. Now, this is a really interesting story because it potentially changes the global dynamics, especially around exports, imports, and overall global currencies. We'll see what happens going forward. I think it's an interesting movement in the overall play of currency valuation on the larger macro scale. We'll see what happens. I read this from one article, but I'm probably going to link you guys to the actual Reddit discussion. I think it's better content in that than the actual article itself. So take a look at that. I really encourage you to look at it and kind of understand what's going on the larger macro scale with this recent decision, because it potentially has implications for Bitcoin as well, as China's working to move away from the US dollar and really prop up its own currency of the yuan. The second story that I think is really cool today is Virgin Galactic has started accepting Bitcoin for its flights. Now, this is huge news because it's really starting to show continued acceptance in broader markets for Bitcoin as a exchange of value. I'm probably going to stop covering these stories overall because you're probably going to start seeing a waterfall of additional companies, Starbucks maybe next week, and then other major corporations around the world will probably start accepting Bitcoin. So I'm really excited for this. And then the third thing is a project on GitHub. And if you're not familiar with GitHub, it's basically an open source software hosting platform. So all various projects that people have developed, they can host it there. And the one I want to talk about today is called Bitcoin Arbitrage. And it's a really cool program that basically you use your Bitcoins and it watches the various exchanges around the world. And when there's an advantageous movement to make where you'll potentially get a profit, it will do that automatically for you. So you can simply just let it run and it will ideally make you profit as it does the various exchanges around the world. So that's what I thought was important for Bitcoin today. If you have any questions, put them below, share, like, all of that really helps. And again, if you are a company or a project starting something up with Bitcoin, send me logos, send me anything you got, because I would really love to put it on the wall and talk about you guys. So I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.